The scene immediately shifted as Whitey opened the door in Nathan's home. It saw the Emperor and Princess running in excitedly. "Nathan, Lily wrote you a letter. We are here to deliver the message." At this moment, Nathan was brushing his teeth. After he finished brushing, he spat the mouthwash onto a flower pot. He immediately said, "Why would Emperor himself run errands like delivering letters?" The two of them smiled and said that they dare not neglect it. But at this moment, they were attracted by the pot of sunflowers just now, only to see that the sunflower, which had been bathed in Nathan's mouthwash for a long time, had actually become alive. The two of them were stunned for several seconds. Next, they were actually in tears, envious of these flowers. Speaking of which, as the great immortal dynasty emperor, can't you have a little self-respect? While the two were still in a daze, they heard Nathan say, "You're here to deliver a message, right? I don't believe that. Are you here for a free meal? Perfect timing, I'll show you a treasure." When the two followed Nathan to the backyard, they were stunned. Preacher's Relic. The heirloom of Lingyun Immortal Pavilion. 1,000-year cold ice mountain. The precious treasure of Lincian Tao Palace. Nathan called for them to come quickly and show you something good. The two of them became even more excited. Is there anything more powerful? Refrigerator. I just casually mentioned it, and he actually helped me get a refrigerator. Emperor and the other person are still curious because the square box doesn't seem to have anything special. But when Nathan opened the refrigerator door, the two of them were instantly frozen. This is the crystal of ice essence. At this point, Nathan took out 2 popsicles from inside. I want to give you guys a taste of this. The two immediately shook off the ice cubes beside them. They stared curiously at the popsicle in Nathan's hand. My hometown is called Popsicle. Princess sighed as she looked at the popsicle in her hand, exclaiming how beautiful it is. This must be the food of the immortals. She was just about to take a bite when she was promptly stopped by the Emperor. This is food formed by the condensation of the cold air from the crystal of ice essence, which is a malevolent object that can freeze one's lifespan. If you're not careful, with just one bite, your life will be in danger. Then, in the two people's shocked eyes, Nathan took a bite of the popsicle. Then he showed a face of enjoyment. This is the taste of summer. Don't you want to try it? And then I saw the Emperor unleash all his power just to eat a popsicle. Then he lightly licked it. The next second, he seemed to have arrived in a snow and ice world. But he didn't feel cold at all. Instead, he felt a warmth like spring. Suddenly, he heard Emperor shouting loudly, only to see bursts of golden light erupting from Emperor's chest. Princess looked worried on the side. Refinement, breakthrough, and rise again. This is the trial popsicle gives us, worthy of being a food of the immortals. Just one bite, and it brings me back to the peak. Princess was at a loss when she heard her father's words. You must be cautious. Although this popsicle is good, if you are not careful, it may freeze in the snow and ice. The princess is looking at the popsicle as if facing a formidable enemy. And then, they both looked silly and started licking eagerly. Nathan sees the two of them like this. Where did you guys learn to eat popsicles like this? They will melt. You guys try it this way. And then we saw Nathan take a big bite. That's the way to enjoy it. The two of them instantly petrified on the spot. This, they will die, right? Nathan looked at the two of them hesitating to speak. You guys should give it a try too. The two of them looked at the popsicle in their hands, as if facing a life or death enemy. Do not be afraid, practice with me. Our bloodline is protected by the Earthfire Dragon. Let's give our all and seize the 9 lives, 1 chance opportunity. Then, they shouted loudly, and stuffed the popsicle into his mouth. At that moment, a tremendous golden light shot straight through the clouds as people say that all of Tao's wisdom lies in seeing through life and death. We have all died several times now. Does that count as a great cultivation achievement? We should thank Nathan for letting us die so many times. Let's go back and reflect on it. Surely we will have a great cultivation breakthrough. At this point, the two of them felt physically exhausted and claimed to feel unwell, so they bid farewell to Nathan and headed back. Is Nathan confused, wondering if they are getting diarrhea from eating something too cold? Nathan, I can't hold it anymore. I heard Emperor's stomach rumbling loudly and exploded with a huge noise. He dashed into Nathan's bathroom at the speed of light. After a long while, Emperor finally came out of the bathroom, marveling at how extraordinary Nathan's outhouse was. Nathan asked with concern if Emperor was feeling any better. Emperor thought he was asking about Tao wisdom, and said that he would need to go back and digest it slowly on his own. Nathan, on the other hand, thought he had diarrhea, understanding that it would take some time to digest. These two individuals are clearly not on the same page. When Princess also comes out of the outhouse, the two of them then bid farewell to Nathan and prepared to leave. At this moment, Nathan suddenly called out to Emperor. I have one more thing I'd like to ask for your help with. Tao Palace is far away on the other side at this time. Just saw Divine Maiden Madison kneeling on the ground. There are 5 people standing opposite her. The first person asked, Madison, do you know what risks your master is facing right now? Madison knows. Master is undergoing the Tao Heart interrogation. Not bad, the Tao Heart interrogation is a major ordeal. Lightly, the Tao Heart is damaged. For those who have achieved great success in the fusion realm, the Tao Heart interrogation is not just an opportunity for cultivation breakthrough, but also a symbolic life-threatening sign. If she passes, she can reach the tribulation realm, but if there is any slight mistake, she will directly collapse and perish without a trace. Palace Master is concerned about her own safety and the safety of Tao Palace. For the past century, she has been suppressing her unwillingness to make a cultivation breakthrough. This time, she could not suppress it for some reason. Sects and demon beasts that are hostile to us are all waiting for this opportunity. Tao Palace is in urgent need of manpower. At this time, moving all the disciples to work as security guards on a mountain may not be appropriate, right? The top priority is to quickly summon the disciples back and strengthen security. But Madison insisted, No! It is precisely because of demon attacks that we should ensure the security and tranquility of the mountain. The 5 elders were stunned when they heard this. Nathan likes to eat fish from a fishmonger. The Silver Moon Demon King was killed, causing chaos among the demons in Lost Immortal City, and the nearby serene Immortal Lake was also disturbed by the demons. As a result, the fishmonger hasn't been able to catch any fish for almost a month. Nathan loves peace and quiet, and he also enjoys eating wild meat. I want to kill the demon near the mountain and eliminate the demon at Serene Immortal Lake. I also want to hunt wild meat and send it to him after it's been cooked. Each of these things is greater than the sky. The elder thought that this girl might be really stupid, and ordered the Divine Maiden to be sent back to her room to rest. Without his permission, no one is allowed to let her out. What else does Madison want to say? She was tied up by the elder with the immortal binding rope. We'll wait for your master to come out of seclusion to explain who the person Nathan, who bewitched you, is before we discuss further. At this moment, the emperor and his daughter suddenly arrived at the Tao Palace. They found the scene quite awkward. Speaking of which, the emperor suddenly visited Tao Palace. Elder still had a bad expression and asked lightly, What brings you here? Emperor took out a book and said, I was entrusted by Nathan to bring something to Divine Maiden. Madison got excited when she saw the item in Emperor's hand. This is not the score of ambush from 10 sides. At this moment, Elder took back the rope from Madison. It would not be appropriate for outsiders to see this appearance. Palace Master Secluded Cultivation entrusted you with the affairs of the palace, but never expected you to become so willful now. Madison is unexpectedly different after receiving the music score. Master Secluded Cultivation handed over the Tao Palace to me before, so naturally, it's up to me to make the decisions. If the elders have objections, They must be satisfied before Madison can proceed. The elders were momentarily stunned. What do you mean? Madison asks all the elders for guidance. Do you want to challenge me one-on-one? I want to take on all 5 of you. Madison, each of us will cultivate 5 different types of zither music. Do you know what this means? This means 5 different aspects of Tao. If we work together, Palace Master may not be able to withstand our 10 moves even if he is here in person. Have you all thought clearly? The elders all want to know who exactly is in the mountains. Master has ordered Madison not to speak directly, so use this newly obtained music score to inform the elders. Look at Madison and the 5 elders in the sky. Princess couldn't help but worry. Madison's strength is inferior to even 1 elder, yet now she is single-handedly facing off against 5 of them. The sheet music provided by Nathan is actually... She didn't finish her sentence. Just listen to the Emperor saying that Nathan's music score, which is also a guarantee, is an immortal tune. Do you remember the calligraphy Nathan wrote for Lily? Calligraphy and painting can manifest immortality. This musical score must also have a great reputation. I only saw the 5 elders taking out their own musical instruments. They almost simultaneously launched attacks towards Madison. Madison, however, remained completely calm and took out the sheet music calmly. She began to play. In an instant, a protective shield appeared in front of her, blocking all attacks and reflecting them back. It was just a moment. The strings of the elder's instrument were broken. One of the elders asked the great elder senior brother, "Should we continue fighting?" "How can we continue fighting? We have already lost." Princess saw Madison take out 5 elders with just 1 blow. She explained how amazing Nathan's musical score was, but little did she know that the Emperor started crying at that moment. Lily practices calligraphy and painting, while Lincian Tao Palace specializes in musical scores. Lingyun Immortal Pavilion has unknowingly developed a deep connection with Nathan. We have nothing, only we have nothing. We must work even harder and give everything for Sage. Just then, countless lightning bolts suddenly fell from the sky where Madison was. The elders were greatly shocked. This must be a cultivation breakthrough to the late nascent soul stage. With a loud shout from Madison, the dark clouds in the sky dispersed, and all the lightning disappeared. Madison also landed on the ground. The next second, I saw all the elders kowtowing and surrounding him. Some are holding tea, some are picking out clothes for her, and others are helping her style her hair. Madison was initially stunned, then quickly understood. The 5 elders finally grasped the value of this fortuitous encounter. Yes, this score was gifted to the elders by the sage in the mountains, and they were all eagerly nodding in agreement. It is our duty and mission to maintain the sage's ordinary life of peace and stability. According to the intel, Sage wants to eat the water demon from Moonlit Lake. There is no time to lose. We should depart immediately. Right after that, the 5 elders immediately headed to Moonlit Lake, leaving only the father and daughter behind. It turns out that we were just used as errand runners. Have you ever seen such a large abalone? I haven't seen one before. Even if I did, I wouldn't dare to eat it. Nathan saw it and was very excited. This is the type I couldn't afford in my past life. I'll decide to stew it for lunch. Lost Immortal City Fishmonger didn't go fishing for a month. In order to afford the new edition of Journey to the West, he ignored others' advice. He resolutely came to the bustling Moonlit Lake to fish. He cast a large net into the lake, and the fishmonger sat quietly on the side waiting to catch fish. Demons are not all-knowing and all-powerful. I shouldn't be so unlucky to encounter one, right? Suddenly, the fishmonger sensed movement behind him. He turned around to look. It turned out to be a little rabbit, and he breathed a sigh of relief. However, a huge abalone demon appeared behind him. The abalone demon opened its blood-stained big mouth and knocked Fishmonger down in one fell swoop. Madison arrived just in time. She waved her hand and launched an attack that struck the abalone demon. Abalone winced in pain and immediately jumped into the lake, ready to escape. It was caught up by Madison just in time. She simply said a closing spell softly. The abalone demon was caught in an instant. She was just about to tell the fishmonger that he could fish with peace of mind. She saw him running away with a fishing net on his back in a hurry. At this time, Elder also rushed over. This abalone demon king is very powerful, presumably with many lesser demons following it. Please let the Elder lead some disciples to clean up the nearby lesser demons. With that, she grabbed the abalone demon and flew up. I'll send this wild meat to Nathan. He heard about the wild meat. Elder was clearly stunned as well. The scene changes. Nathan was shocked to see such a big abalone. He circled around the abalone demon. This is the type of food I couldn't afford in my past life. I'll stew it for lunch. Let's eat together. The two girls were excited when they heard this. Madison looked displeased and asked, Princess, why did you come along too? I have to seize the opportunity. It turns out that the Emperor instructed her to visit Nathan more often. If a good romantic relationship blossoms, our immortal dynasty will be blessed. At this moment, Nathan called Whitey to come and work. Whitey appeared handsomely on the scene. It took the water hose and aimed it at Abalone. The two of them were stunned when they saw that it was spiritual water. But then, they quickly realized that they had both witnessed the enlightenment of the Tao bamboo igniting fire, so using this spiritual water to wash vegetables didn't seem surprising at all. Just then, a drop of water splashed onto Madison's face. Madison suddenly became unsettled, filled with cheese spiritual water. Oh, I want it so badly. Nathan saw the water splashing onto Madison. He quickly took out a tissue for Madison to wipe herself. Madison was surprised to see such precious spiritual water was going to be wiped away. Isn't this too wasteful? I can't do it. Then Madison stuck out her tongue and licked off the water droplet on her face. But the scene stunned Nathan. What's going on? He stood alone in the wind, looking puzzled. At this moment, Divine Maiden Madison really wished she could find a hole to hide in. She didn't expect to make such a move in front of Nathan. It was incredibly embarrassing. Princess, on the other hand, comforted her, saying that every drop of spiritual water is extremely precious. It's normal that you are reluctant to let go. Besides, it seems like Nathan didn't really care about it either. It's really a social death. Abalone was cleaned up quickly. Whitey then took a knife and quickly diced the abalone with a few slices. At this point, they didn't have time to think about anything else and were all shocked by the knife skills. The abalone demon has lived for over 1,000 years and achieved the spirit separation realm cultivation level, but it was cut down so easily. What's the truth behind this artifact spirit of Nathan's family? Whitey started to stew abalone at this time too. Abalone can not only effectively enhance immunity and regulate blood pressure, but also nourishing, soothe the liver, and tonify the kidneys. Together with the medicinal cuisine, pacify liver and subdue yang, relieve thirst and unblock urinary obstructions. Let you see the true power of the gourmet Whitey. The two ladies were also shocked by Whitey's amazing cooking skills. Soon, Whitey shouted loudly, "Done!" They approached the pot. Just the fragrance was about to unbearable. When Whitey opened the pot, bursts of golden light erupted instantly. They were surprised that the food was glowing. Then they completely disregarded their image and started eating directly. Just one bite, and the two of them were immediately hooked. Top-tier artifact spirit as the chef, spiritual water as the soup, and spirit medicine as the seasoning. Add an abalone for its natural sweet freshness as the seafood component. As if it purified all their obsessions. Watching them enjoy his food so much, Nathan couldn't help but feel happy too. I can make all cultivator love it so much. I am really awesome. At this moment, Divine Maiden Ivy in the Lingyun Immortal Pavilion is looking worriedly into the distance. The demon is approaching us. The demon passed through the Mystic Cloud Pavilion and the Mystic Cloud Pavilion was destroyed. After a moment of silence, Ivy asked her father, "Do you have any orders? Shall we prepare for battle or gather disciples to seek refuge?" "No, neither," the pavilion master said. "Everything is within Nathan's arrangements. We don't need to do anything. We just have to wait." After they finished eating the abalone feast, they bid farewell to Nathan and prepared to head back. However, as soon as the two of them stepped out the door, they immediately sensed the presence of a demon. But they didn't feel it at all when they were in the courtyard just now. It must be that Nathan purified the demonic aura in the quadrangle, so it was not affected. At this moment, outside the courtyard, with the arrival of the demon, it is filled with demonic aura. Soon Madison discovered that things were more than just that. I estimate that the entire immortal dynasty has been enveloped by this demonic aura. Just then, the elder suddenly descended from the sky. Madison hastily asked, "What exactly is the situation with this demon?" Disciples have already found out that this time, the demon is heading towards the demon-fall sword. He has never seen someone so daring. His sect is on the verge of being destroyed. He is still leisurely drinking tea here. He still thinks that this demon attack is Nathan's test for himself. Madison and Princess learned that the demon will attack Lingyun Immortal Pavilion. They quickly rushed over to prepare to help. Madison hurriedly comforted the three elders. "Three elders, rest assured. Since we are here at Lincian Tao Palace, we will definitely ensure your safety." Madison just had a cultivation breakthrough and obtained the supreme score, greatly increasing his strength. "My father Emperor is also on his way here." After a moment of self-encouragement, Madison asked, "Why did Demon come directly to Lingyun Immortal Pavilion targeting the Demon Fall Sword this time? And why did such a big event happen without the presence of the Pavilion Master?" The elder helplessly replied, "The Pavilion Master is currently in the palace. You will understand once you see him." But as soon as they opened the door, the two of them were stunned. The silly guy was leisurely drinking tea and even asked why they had time to visit today. They were speechless. "Why are you still so relaxed? Don't you know that demon is on the way?" "I know." After speaking, he took out the notice from Demon and showed it to them. "Just listen to Osmond casually saying, 'Because I know Demon's purpose, so I'm not worried at all.' Why is that? A few days ago, I visited Nathan's home and used the Demon Fall Sword to chop firewood, thus getting the scent of the Demon Fall Sword on me. The demon sensed this scent and mistakenly thought that the Demon Fall Sword was at my Lingyun Immortal Pavilion, so it planned to come and steal it. After careful consideration, I finally understood. This is all arranged by Nathan. Presumably, Nathan wants to use me as a pawn to lure out this demon." When they heard it, they realized, "That makes sense." Then they were all excited, so Pavilion Master wasn't worried at all. They just needed to wait for the demon to arrive, and Nathan would arrange for powerful help. Of course. The three of them immediately showed a knowing smile. Everything must be part of his plan. So a few people sat down immediately, leisurely drinking tea and chatting. "We don't need to worry at all. Even if one of the four heavenly kings under the demon's curse, demonic star descends, is coming." The others were stunned when they heard about the four heavenly kings. The demon's curse is the leader of the demons with four great heavenly kings under him, all of whom are powerful demons above the tribulation realm, especially the demonic star descends, who relies on his own tribulation realm cultivation achievement. It is extremely cruel and tyrannical. Wherever it goes, there is a river of blood and no one survives. When a few people think about it, they understand that Sage wants to eliminate the big shots of the demon, and demon is the demonic star descends. No wonder the layout is so careful. Then let's be good pawns. Let's wait to witness Sage's style. The elders of Lingyun Immortal Pavilion look at them with a pleading expression. Is it really like this? Why do I always have an uneasy feeling? And at this moment, on the rooftop, Ivy sees the black mist in the distance coming closer. Just Nathan lives in seclusion in the mortal realm and dislikes fighting. Will he really plan to destroy this demon? And at this moment, 3 people in the air blocked the demon's path. It ended before it even began. I saw the 2 individuals being separated in an instant. The injury was caused solely by the long-winged gorilla flying too fast and not being able to brake in time. He looked around and finally turned his gaze towards the direction of the Lingyun Immortal Pavilion. I smelled the demon fall sword in that house. The next second, I saw him slowly opening his palm. He struck towards the Lingyun Immortal Pavilion. Almost in an instant, the houses of Lingyun Immortal Pavilion were all knocked down, and the 4 people who were drinking tea at that moment were stunned. Suddenly, the gorilla appeared behind Osman. Before the crowd could react, he launched a fierce blow towards Osman. I got it. Just then, the big gorilla threw a punch at the 4 people who were drinking tea. The big gorilla looked puzzled and said, "Huh? Why don't I feel the sensation of squashing someone?" He raised his hand to take a look and noticed a protective shield rising around the 4 people. This is exactly the piece played by Madison using the musical score gifted to her by Nathan. Thanks to Madison's possession of this musical score, otherwise, we might have already. Lincian Tao Palace Elder explained that it's truly formidable in the Tribulation realm. Even if the 3 of us join forces, we still cannot match it. There's no need to panic. We just need to hold on until Nathan's great power can come to our aid. At this moment, Big Gorilla held his head and shouted loudly, "This sound is really annoying." He then unleashed a frenzy of attacks toward the protective shield. Before long, the protective shield couldn't hold on any longer. I saw the protective shield crack open like a broken eggshell. Madison was instantly knocked unconscious by this attack and fell to the ground. Osman saw this scene. Is this also part of Nathan's plan? At this moment, Big Gorilla approaches Osman with red eyes and demands, "Demon Fall Sword, hand it over." Osman is no longer calm when he sees this. He delivers the strongest blow directly at Big Gorilla. However, Big Gorilla is just a slap. Osman's right arm disappeared. The crowd was shocked just as Big Gorilla was about to strike again. The Emperor arrived just in time. He stopped the final blow. They watched as the Emperor arrived. Big Gorilla calmly said, "Although weak, it is still stronger than the ants before." Do not be careless. I have to be more serious now. And then I unexpectedly saw the big gorilla tearing open its own belly. And then he was under the horrified gaze of the crowd. A black shadow flew out from the belly of Big Gorilla. After everyone had a clear view, it turned out that the black shadow that rushed out was the true form of Demonic Star Descends. Demonic Star Descends launched an attack on the crowd as soon as it landed on the ground. The crowd immediately launched their defense upon seeing the situation. However, they were unable to hold out for long. Everyone was knocked flying by Demonic Star Descends, watching their own side's dismal defeat. Osman's face showed an incredible expression. Could it be? Sage made a mistake? Or have we become Sage's abandoned pawns? At this moment, Demonic Star Descends flew over with a large machete. I've played enough. I'm going back to hand in my task. It's useless to hide the sword anywhere. Demonfall Sword is the servant of Demon's Curse. Demon's Curse will definitely be pleased. Osman looked puzzled at the blood in the hand of Demonic Star Descends. Is this my blood? By using the Demonfall Sword and your blood as a guide, you can summon it back. Then you will see Demonic Star Descends with a lewd smile. When Demon's Curse is pleased, he will reward me by letting me touch soft things. Then you will see Demonic Star Descends reaching towards the sky. The purple demonic aura soars into the sky.